Well, look what we have here. So, hey everyone, Keke Palmer and ex Darius Jackson agreed to postpone court dates so they can attend mediation. So, this came out yesterday. So, this is what People is reporting. Keke Palmer and Darius Jackson have requested to delay their restraining order hearing. We're not going to read all this, we're going to skim through the ones that is important. Okay, so, back in November, she was granted a request for a temporary DV restraining order. And then they gave her temporary sole custody of her and Darius' 9-month-old son. So, they were supposed to have a hearing on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. However, they decided to deal with things private, even though it says mediation. But we're gonna see what it says. They want to deal with stuff privately. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna do mediation. Okay, so, but she wants people to know that Palmer and Jackson also agreed that the orders outlined in the temporary restraining order shall remain in full force and effect. Of course, that's the safe face. Because since she now all of a sudden she wants to deal with things privately, but yeah, we still gonna let the restraining order remain in full effect. The restraining order says he's not supposed to be within 100 yards of you, but you gotta deal with stuff privately where he's gonna be within 100 yards of you. All right. So until the rescheduled hearing, according to the documents obtained by people. So they're gonna supposedly have, well, I guess if they don't come to a resolution, they're gonna have another court date, or maybe they will probably have another court date for custody or maybe to dismiss the restraining order, not sure. So depending on what happens in the mediation, that will determine if they're going to have another court date. So the safe her and her son's safety is of most importance to her, of course. And she, I guess she's doing this because she's concerned about her privacy, her son's privacy, and her family's privacy. Because when you're doing stuff in court, this is why she's saying when you're doing stuff in court, it's like public record. Because I'm not sure of DV things you can have it sealed or whatever, or maybe some things could be sealed, some things may not. So she don't want a lot of people in her business, even though she's the one who put out those still images, and that's why everybody's in her business. So, according to a source close to her, her preference is to resolve the situation privately rather than in open court, if possible. But if you see that you can resolve this privately, why it wasn't done from the beginning? Why did she put those images out there? But with the social media, people know how to trigger, especially with DV situations, people know how to trigger DV survivors, or people who have had their family members victims of DV. And most of the time when we are triggered, or we can see ourselves in this person, sometimes we don't see what's in front of us. Don't we don't analyze everything about the situation. Forget about the fact that you love Keke Palmer. She's your silent cousin, your favorite cousin. Oh, she's unproblematic. Forget that. But actually look at the situation at hand. So if all of a sudden now you want to resolve it privately, you don't want nobody in your business and stuff like that, why put those images out there? Of course it was going to be everybody's going to be in your business. This is why a lot of people make a lot of emotional decisions. They whatever emotion they are feeling at the time, boom, they make a decision and do not think through. And then when the consequences of that decision that they made emotionally come at them, then they, oh wow, I should have did it someplace else. So if now you want to do it privately, you could have did it privately before. Nobody would have ever known. Okay, scrolling. So there she was saying in her original filing on November 4th, she said he trespassed in the home, threatened her, and he did all this stuff to her. And then now you did all this stuff to me. And then when I told you I was gonna call the popos on you, then you then you take my phone. Why would I want to do any mediation or private thing with you at all? I want full custody of my child because I don't want my child being around somebody like you. And a lot of people not going to question things that are going on in the situation because why? Because they like Keke Palmer. So they're going to believe everything that comes out. No, because a lot of things don't make sense in this situation. If it doesn't make sense, a lot, that means it's a lie. So alleged abuse occurred over a 2-year period, and her mother and sister could attest to witnessing it. And I'm going to do what mediation I'm going to do with you. As a DV survivor myself, when the person that I was with, I was trying to get custody of my children. I wasn't doing no mediation. I wanted full custody. I didn't want anything to do with that person at all. I didn't want my kids around that person whatsoever. And thank God everything was decided in my favor. I didn't want anything to, and this is somebody that I was afraid of, but even though I was afraid of them, you was not gonna have my kids because you was not gonna raise my children. But for somebody who did all of this for you and now you want everything to be private, you want to do mediation, why would you? Because in mediation, there's a possibility that he may get custody of your son. Why would I want that if I'm a DV survivor? But like I said, I believe both of these people are toxic. They seem to know what to say to each other, what to do to each other to get that person out of character. Because a DV survivor, you doing all this, you put this still images of this person out here doing this is what they doing to me, and then file a restraining order. If people who are truly DV survivors, when you get a protection order, when you get a restraining order, when you do stuff like that, your life is in danger. Your life is in danger. This, especially if this person is emotionally unstable, this person could take you out. They could take your child or children out. You don't play with the situation, but to get sympathy, to get everybody on your side, you can use situations like that to get everybody on your side. Because it seems like she put this these images to me. It seems like she put these images out there to show him, like, you see, I could destroy you in a minute because everybody was going for bad. People was arguing. It was man against woman, going, oh, that's my cousin and stuff like, oh, she's all problematic. Oh, when I see Darius of this and that, this is what they're gonna do, and different things. That nobody questioned to see a lot of things didn't make sense in the situation. Nobody questioned that because why? They love Keke Palmer. This doesn't. A lot of things don't make sense in this situation, and it seems like she did it just to get her way. Look here. If I say this about you, people will believe me because you're nobody. Everybody knows me from the killer from the B. Everybody know who I am. Everybody loves me. That's what it seems like. So, and then things like this only happen to weak men anyway. And this is his karma because this is the woman that he chose to go with because I believe before he was with Keke, he was with somebody else and he decided to go with Keke. And most of the time, when a woman has been established, she's been working all her life, she has her own things. Most of the time, it's always going to be a power struggle between you and that woman. And if you didn't have any balls, by the time she's done with you, you ain't going to have none because she's going to take your balls or she's going to take the rest of it that you didn't have or somebody, another woman in your life took away from you. Because it seemed like, you see, you're going to do what I say when I say it. Don't you ever embarrass me like that again. Maybe from the other situation. So a lot of things don't make sense in this story at all. It doesn't make sense. A source told People last month that Palmer tried hard to have an amicable split and custody arrangement, but she ultimately did what she had to do. Okay, she tried. If you try to have an amicable uh, ending, you put this thing out there on social media, in the court of social media. You know everybody's gonna go for you because a lot of people have gone through DV. A lot of people are going through DV. They have family members they have lost through DV. She knows she was gonna get sympathy, and then she's so unproblematic and whatever. But then when it was a recording where Darius recorded him, the mom and Keke, it was like they was tag teaming him. Then it's like, oh yeah, somebody said something is wrong with you. Okay, you didn't. You had a child with this guy, and somebody after whatever, maybe after she had the child, or maybe after she got with him, somebody was telling something wrong with all his family and whatever. You didn't do your due diligence to vet this man to see what type of man he is. This is what happens when you get into relationships and you don't thoroughly vet people. You don't thoroughly get to see who they are in different situations, how they get angry, how they deal with situations. Are they a good leader? Like women, are they petty? Are they are they able to submit? Because you have to submit one to another. You know, do they have respect? Do you guys have respect for each other? This is what happens when you don't thoroughly vet people. You have to go through this, and then this is happening in on social media. Other people, this happening in your neighborhood, this happening in your community, in your family. But this is what happens when you don't vet people. So people who keep on saying, "Oh, you can't vet people." Well, if you don't vet people, this is the situations you're gonna have to keep on going through to save face when you realize that you made a horrible decision. Now you have to save face so you could come out looking like the victim in all of this. This never made sense. This situation never made sense to me, and now it's definitely side eyeing all the way. Now you want to deal with it privately, but you put out images, the she put out images, how people put out images, or you put it in the court. Maybe she didn't know it was going to get leaked because TMZ, whoever got the images, they got it. Oh, now you see, oh my goodness, everybody gonna know my business. They're gonna know who I truly am because you know she put those stuff out there, but he said he had things on her. So just so I could always be looking like the nice person in the public eye, I'm gonna put everything private. I'm gonna do mediation. But look here, boy. Remember, I can destroy you. Don't you play with me, okay? Don't you play with me. You better do what I say I'm still looking good at the end of this. I'm still looking good at the end of this, okay? Nobody knows who I truly am. So you better stop. You're gonna do what I say. All right? Yes, I made a very bad decision, but now I have to do what I need to do, like the Delilah, Herodias type of women do, so I can come out looking great. These are the type of relationships that we have to teach our children to avoid. When you're growing up, when you're raising sons, so you don't raise them to be weak men where women can do whatever they want to them. And then when you're raising daughters, so that they don't become vindictive women. When you make a mistake, instead of sitting in your mess, so you really, oh dang, I made a big mistake. I'm gonna sit here so I can learn, so I don't do this, and so I don't ever make another mistake like this again. But no, I'm not gonna do that. No, I made a mistake. Nobody gonna know my business. I'm gonna come out on top. You're going to keep on making the same mistake because you didn't learn anything. All you did was you made the mistake and say, how can I get out of this? You didn't learn anything. All you was doing was plotting on how to get out. This is such a shame. But if you don't learn from these situations, certain things that happen in front of you, you're able to witness and you learn from it. So you don't repeat the same, you don't repeat the same mistake. Anyway, that's all I had to say about the situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.